Hi, I'm going to be teaching you guys about the XOR. I forgot to mention it in the previous video, so I'm going to mention it now. So, the way the XOR operator works is it compares two variables. So, say we have a variable A, XOR B. This is a symbol for XOR, right? So, say A is true and B is true, then it would return false. Say A is false and B is false, so it would return false. Now, if A is true and B is false, it would return true, and if B was true and A was false, then it would return true. So it returns true on the condition that either A or B is false. One or the other is false and the other one must be true. If both are true, then it will return false, and if both are false, then it will return false. Okay, so here we're going to make A false, but we're going to make B true. Actually, no, they're both false in this scenario. So we're going to test. So let's see what happens when both variables are false. 1 cannot be equal to 2, therefore A is false. 1 cannot be greater than 2, that shows us that B is false. So A XOR B is going to return a false value. Now say 1 is equal to 1, therefore A is true. Say B 2 is equal to 2, therefore B is true. And we're going to print A XOR B, and you see we get the value false even though both are true. Now say A is equal to false because 1 is less than 2. 1 cannot be less than 2, therefore A is false. So now we're going to print A XOR B, and this should return true because A is false but B is true. And we actually do not get that, huh? It's interesting. Why did we get that? Oh, because they're both oh, they're both true because 1 is less than 2. It is possible. I meant to say if 1 is greater than 2. Okay. Now when we print, we should get true because 1 cannot be greater than 2. I sounded so confident saying that. No, B. Okay. I see, it's true. Now let's make A false. Or A is already false, right? Let's make A true. 1 is equal to 1, so A is true. B, 1 is greater than 2. Now we're gonna print A XOR B. Now here we should get return true because A is true but B is false. And you see we do. So this is the XOR operator. It is a very important operator to know. Again, if you take in logic or discrete structures or mathematics, then you should be very familiar with this. If not, I would recommend picking up, maybe just give me the first chapter in a discrete math class. Usually the first chapter, they teach you about logical operators. It is pretty important in computer science to know what these operations do. Especially going forward, once you start learning about recursion, you will be using these operators a lot. Yeah. Or if you find discrete math or structures a little bit too difficult, I know philosophy does teach you about Boolean operators, and honestly, it's not really that hard. It's just a bunch of truth tables. That's actually how I learned about Boolean operators. I took a logic class because I was studying philosophy way back then, and I learned how to solve problems using Booleans. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the comment section and/or shoot me an email.